All right, look, I got my smoke, I got my drink. I ain't did a video in a couple of days. We getting straight into the content. All right, so normally I do breakdowns of Danny from the Stop and breakdowns of Joe Budden podcast, and then I mix it up with a little bit of other shit. If you check out some of my other videos, I did sports and shit, right? I am so, all right, let me not be dramatic. I'm not so disappointed in Joe Buttons right now, but I'm disappointed in Joe Buttons right now, y'all. Everybody should have a, right now, if you tuned in right now, get a smoke, get a drink. We about to talk about some shit, right? So, it's a lot of shit going on in the podcast world. You got the indictment of a bunch of Crip niggas at No Jumper. It's just a bunch of podcast shit going on, right? So, the main podcast shit that was going on, and this is where I'm disappointed in Joe, because I wanted Joe to flame these niggas, bro. And that man, Joe Anthony Buttons, did not flame these niggas. So Danny from the Stop did a breakdown of Math Hoffa. He losing the shot. And if you don't know, Math Hoffa got a podcast. I did fuck with the original podcast. Then after a while, the shit got kind of corny. Like, the podcast was good because they had Esso and the other boy in there, and it was cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's another boy in there with dress and glasses. I forget the nigga name. But the podcast was cool, right? But, like, shout out to all my warehouse workers, because I'm a warehouse worker. And if you work in overtime, or if you're a truck driver too, like, you consume so much podcast shit that you really familiar with the podcast world. So I'm really familiar with the podcast world. I forget their names because I don't give a fuck about remembering people's names like that. Like, it ain't that deep for me. So I forget the names, but I'm really in tune with, like, content type shit, right? So maybe like a couple years ago, during the pandemic, then after the pandemic, we had a lot of podcasts like really popping. So like niggas was throwing subliminal shots. If you follow a podcast, you know subliminal shots. $1 million worth of game was throwing shots at Joe Buttons. Joe Buttons might say a little something back. I don't think he really even came at $1 million worth of game. He spoke about a subject and they was extra as hell, $1 million worth of game. So then Math Hoffa shit started popping, right? Around this time, DJ Academic started a podcast and his shit had shot up to #1. No Jumper was popping. It was a lot of podcast shit popping, right? And they was coming up with lists. And I ain't trying to be like annoying with the shit. I'm just telling y'all that I'm a content bull. Like, I listen to a lot of content. Yo, during that time, niggas was feeling they self. I got something on my lip, right? Niggas was feeling they self, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Math Hoffa was going to awards with a suit on. And the nigga, I ain't gonna get too personal, but because I don't know these niggas, but he was just feeling himself. He was kicking niggas off the show. DJ Academics was going on rants. I got the #1 podcast in the world. Adam 22. Oh, No Jumpers making all this money. Yo, these niggas was talking spicy, and they was all throwing shade at Joe. Which brings us to now. That nigga DJ Academics hasn't dropped a podcast in so long, and them numbers was dropping religiously, right? The nigga Math Hoffa, he losing the whole barbershop. The nigga's so fucking stupid. He goes and records walking through the barbershop and the lights is off. Like, yeah, man, I'm losing. Nigga, we don't feel bad for your goofy ass. Joe dropped little tidbits and shit. And when you watch enough of his content, he tried to break down the podcast shit to you, right? So you got Math Hoffa. We'll use Math Hoffa podcast, my expert opinion, and we'll use $1 million a game. Yo, when you got a podcast that's based on you interviewing guests, this shit not going to sustain for long, bro. Because your shit is not based on you. It's based on getting guests. So without guests, niggas don't fuck with your shit. Yo, individually, and my YouTube channel not shit. I would just give it my expert opinion. No pun intended. Math Hoffa, outside of my expert opinion, yo, none of his shit moved. None of his shit popped. DJ Academics was all high and mighty about his podcast. That shit fucking chopped. $1 million worth of game. I don't even know when these niggas drop episodes no more, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Last one I checked out, they had 50 Cent on it. Like, Adam 22, talk about No Jumpers going broke. It, like, This shit is fuck. I wanted Joe to roast these niggas, bro. Cause Joe had the perfect strategy the whole fucking time. And niggas thought, like, a lot of times people get caught on the hot and think that's sustainable, and it's not sustainable, bro. It's just not. I wanted Joe to fry niggas. Now, I know he not gonna fry niggas like DJ Academics, because that's his young boy. He not gonna fry him. Yo, these other podcasts, I'm not saying I'm a regular ass forklift operator. I'm not on no hating shit. But when you consume content, you kind of be like, yeah, I hope this shit fall off, because these niggas is corny. All the podcast niggas that's falling off are fucking corny as fuck, bro. And they was acting like hoes when they was up top, bro. It ain't no getting around it. Yo, the fact, like, do I think Adam 22 is like this huge culture vulture? I do. But, like, he was doing good interviews and shit like that. But, like, see, y'all don't know the history of No Jumper. And I watched a lot of No Jumper, right? So, last year, or maybe like 2 years ago, Adam was trying to introduce a podcast called Sledge Lords. It was with this white boy who do a lot of, like, racy type shit, right? And he wanted to move towards that type content type shit. Maybe it was like 3 years ago. And a lot of these white podcasters was moving to like toxic, right-wing, right-leaning type of shit. And Adam, he was real happy to do that shit. But you know what fucked up? He couldn't do the shit. The shit wasn't moving. The episodes wasn't popping. He did an interview, like, before House Phone left the No Jumper atmosphere, he had the white boy in there that he was doing Sledge Lords with. That white boy fucking exposed that House Phone might have been sleeping with transgenders, bro. Now, before we knew that House Phone was sleeping with transgenders, he was like slacking with the podcast type shit. But as a, like, I fuck with House Phone, No Diddy, on the No Jumper podcast. And that corny ass white boy that Adam 22 started Sledge Lords with threw that nigga under the bus when they had a transgender boy on there. And that shit was corny. That's why House Phone threw the drink on Adam. He was ready to rumble bull, or maybe not rumble bull. It looked like he was ready to rumble bull. But, like, Adam did all that because at the end of the day, Adam is a BMX dude. He enjoys hip hop, but this is always my issue with black people. Yo, we always let people in the culture that ain't really trying to build up the culture or put the culture on. When Adam 22 hire all these gang niggas, and I ain't got no disrespectful words towards gang niggas, because a lot of us grow up in circumstances where you might have to join a gang. It is what it is. You might be born into this shit. You know what I'm saying? But, like, he was paying them niggas nickels and dimes. He was taking advantage of the culture. I don't hate him for it, because some of his podcasts was real good. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, like, a lot of shit he was doing wasn't sustainable, because he is not entertaining by himself. He do the porn shit with his wife, but niggas really going there to beat off to his wife. No Diddy. I'll never watch none of that shit. I ain't got a cap to y'all. I ain't on this joint acting like I'm this fucking no nut November boy and I'm not watching porn. But when niggas go to watch this nigga shit, they going to go see his bitch. And then I don't know why he thought that he would be like, he got the most bang for his buck. No Diddy. Yeah, you let a black boy smash your wife, and yeah, y'all got crazy money off that because niggas was tuning in. But nigga, your self-pride and self-dignity was fucking cooked, bro. That shit's chopped, bro. And you could tell he was never going to be the same. Every time he interviewed somebody, he was bringing up Lena. That shit crazy. Not Lena, her name is Lena. And it's just like, even Danny did, like, I wish Danny, because, like, I'm new to making these videos, and Danny from the start, sometimes I feel like he biased. Even in his breakdown of the Math Hoffa shit, I don't feel like he was biased, but he needed to say, yo, a lot of these niggas was flexing, and they shit fucking cook right now, bro. Them niggas fall it off. Guess what? They might comment or see my video and be like, nigga, you not even on. Nigga, I live in the real world, so I'm chilling. I do this shit for fun. Real shit. A lot of this time when we record content, like, if you got kids, yo, your kid, like, this, hopefully this content shit lasts forever. I don't even give a fuck if I got 1 million subs. At least when my kids have kids, my grandkids can see like, oh, grandpa was on some wavy shit, or he was on some cool shit. Like, oh, look how grandpa was talking about different shit. And they not going to relate to the content, but it's like they can see me even as I go on type shit. But anyway, I'm so glad these podcast niggas got to see what it really is, bro. Y'all shit was weak as fuck, bro. And it all has to do with core fan base. I got a love-hate relationship with DJ Academics content. Just like I got a love-hate relationship with Kai Cenat content. Because you got two people. Kai Cenat, I think he Haitian, part Haitian, whatever. And you got DJ Academics, who is Jamaican, who have had disparaging remarks towards black culture. Kai Cenat told a nigga like, oh, you just regular black. That ain't nothing. Huh? DJ Academics talking about, oh, black niggas lazy. DJ Academics, black niggas lazy. You cover black niggas, millionaire black niggas. The fuck is you talking about? Hating ass shit, bro. And it's like despicable comments because you get these people that look like us. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar, but they not like us. So because black people are so nice, we let people in and out the culture. They get to get this little shit off once they build up a fan base. But the fan base is based on black American culture. I'm not even going to get a rant on that because one of these podcast niggas going to slip up and I'm going to really get in my bag about that. But yeah, man, Hoffa, hold that fucking L, bro. Because you had a good demographic at your podcast and you fucked it up, bro. I don't give a fuck if my YouTube channel do no numbers, nigga. I know how to pay bills out this bitch. You don't even know how to pay the bills. The lights off in that bitch. You talking about, oh, the man tried to do this, the man tried to do that. Yo, Mav Hoffa, your podcast was doing numbers. You was getting chicken. You supposed to be a hood street nigga. Why you ain't set up a podcast somewhere? Even when my nigga Joe down on his fucking last, he could go to Park's basement or attic, wherever Parks be recording this shit. Mav, you ain't set yourself up for that? And you was the nigga running around bragging? Come on, bro. I can't respect it. I can't respect shit like that, bro. And I'm happy to see y'all niggas fell. Because y'all niggas was putting out dog water content, bro. DJ Academics, if you watch enough of DJ Academics, he got a way of acting stupid and asking a question just to get a reaction. Like, bro, I got so fucking tired of that. Like, wait. So you and FBG Duck don't have beef, nigga? You know they got beef. Shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? My nigga Joe is back on top and it ain't even close, bro. Do I like that Joe do prize picks? No. Because at the end of the day, y'all niggas got to stop gambling. And I'm a gambler. But I play fantasy football. Shout out to all my niggas that play fantasy football. But y'all niggas, all that prize pick shit, you could get up. But you niggas going to lose more than y'all win. I ain't y'all dad. Y'all do whatever the fuck y'all want with y'all money. I ain't the richest nigga either. I'm just saying that betting shit is bullshit. But like, yeah, I wanted my niggas to come out flaming niggas, bro. Y'all don't peep. That nigga Andrew Schultz ran the Ryan Clark podcast to talk about black culture because all this little derogatory shit he been saying might be affecting his pockets. You think he really care about black people? That nigga Jewish. I ain't say it with the J, but that nigga's Jewish. He don't give a fuck. And I'm not even one of these niggas that hate on that culture because a lot of times y'all gotta look at the history of how black Americans and Jews started like dealing with each other. Like even from like a prison standpoint or a jail standpoint or a lawyer standpoint, a lot of Jewish lawyers was treated like shit. You know what I'm saying? So when black people needed a lawyer, a lot of these racist white people wouldn't handle them. The Jews always helped them. So black people and Jewish people do have a connection when it comes to shit. Now, have they done bad business with the black culture? Yes. But they have also been there when nobody was there in the country. And sometimes black niggas like Dr. Umar have you feeling like, yo, all white people are the enemy. No, some of these white people was our allies and helped us get our shit right. It wasn't just us by ourselves. Everybody wasn't Nat Turner murdering motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But like, some of y'all might watch this video and feel like, oh, he's so happy. But that nigga Joe is that boy. And I'm not sitting here saying that Joe do everything right, but that nigga is that nigga, bro, when it comes to this podcast material, when he cooking, bro. It's like, and I ain't picking on her, but it's like Melissa Ford. Yo, she won a Gracie Award. Yo, my nigga, what's that? The fuck is that? Congratulations, but what the fuck is that? Have better opinions on the couch, because I don't know what the fuck a Gracie Award is. It's some woman award. All right, cool. Clearly, them women ain't trying to put money in your pockets, because you would have not been on the Joe Budden podcast. And that hot and bothered shit, I'm probably never checking that out, because you be arguing with my nigga Ish, and I ain't trying to hear it. Period. And my nigga Ish ain't perfect, but at the end of the day, my nigga Ish be on there cooking. And if my nigga Ish see this, Ish, you gotta step it up, yo. Because I going into the pod, up into the last couple episodes, and I wish my nigga Joe Buttons would stop doing that Potter of the Month shit, because you create like conflict within the pod, and he don't give a fuck, but that's what he doing. But the past couple episodes, I can't even lie, the nigga Mark Lamont Hill been on some shit, bro. He been doing a good ass job, bro. I'm like, oh nah, okay. Like when people was talking about Mark Lamont Hill and saying all this stuff about him, I'm like, I don't really fuck with bull. The past couple pods, that nigga Mark Lamont Hill been going on. Like, he been getting busy. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I'm not saying Ish step it up, but Ish, make sure you don't miss no more pods, bro. We need you. You represent a lot of us out here, bro. Don't be missing no pods. I know you got that fucked up calf. You done tore ACL, bro. I watched Kobe shoot free throws with a bad ACL, my nigga. Get your ass to that pod, bro. No more missing episodes. These forklift operators like me, we need you out here, my boy. Okay? And nobody on the pod been getting reckless, but I'm just saying, it's like, make sure your black ass is up there. No Diddy. And shout out to Mark Lamont Hill, because that nigga been on some shit lately. Like, normally, that nigga just be at women's feet, black women's feet, like, whatever y'all, let me cape for y'all sisters. But he just been, like, outside of that, he been doing, like, a really fucking good job. On a recent episode of Joe Buttons, they kind of touched on, like, politics and Democrats and shit like that. Mark Lamont Hill, Parks, and Melissa Ford, they kind of speak for the old Democratic feeling. And if we ever want to see a liberal or Democratic president ever again, their opinions don't represent the masses of like all liberals or all Democrats. Not even close. They don't even represent a high percentage. Like, a lot of us, we don't care if like a person gay, transgender, this shit, like certain shit like that. But we do care about immigration. We do care about y'all introducing certain things to children at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Like, the nigga Trump is not doing a good job. So it could make you want to vote Democrat. But if the Democrats aren't offering us anything outside of, well, we're for the people, now I need to know how you really for the people and stand on that. And some of these issues got to go to the back burner, because we need the issues, like, we need a working class, like, whatever liberal or Democratic president that comes up, we need them to be for the working class people, because we working. I'm not even being biased, like, because I'm a worker, but we need a representative of the working class at the highest level. That's just regular shit, because we make up the most number. Like, we make up the largest number. So, you know what I'm saying? I just want to do a quick video. Shout out to my nigga Joe. He on top. Once again, a lot of these niggas' podcasts is falling off. Fucking, even DJ Vlad, it's guest based. His shit falling off. And I don't even really like a lot of DJ Vlad material, because by the time he dropped the full episode, this nigga done chopped it up 57 times. But, like, I like when he do it with the little, not the little, but the army nigga. It's a black nigga with dreads, army nigga. I can't think of his name right now because I've been drinking. You see what I'm drinking out of? Capricorn. And it's a mixture. You know we got the Leansky in there, so I'm kind of feeling it. But, like, yeah, the shit that he do with the Marine is really, really dope and shit like that. But I just wanted to do a quick video. I ain't did a video in a while. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I've been working out with my daughter, getting ready for softball, because she young. So we've been training softball. She never played a sport before. This is her first time playing a sport. So I've been trying to get her shit right. But yeah, my nigga Joe back on top, and I wish he would have talked that shit, but he didn't. But it's all good.